All right, y'all. So I'm gonna try to wrap this up officially. This fucking meeting. I need to think of a better way to just kind of record and do it all in one take. I'm gonna work on that. But for right now, this is gonna be part 4. So it's gonna be basically your spiritual advice. If you resonated with part 3 of this reading, today's reading again will be whatever comes out. If you resonated with part 3 and you are returning here for part 4, then welcome back. If this is your first time tuning in, then welcome. Again, take what resonates, sleep what does not. If I pause in between, don't get weirded out. I'm just channeling as much information as I possibly can. But as I stated in part 3, to wrap this up, if you experienced a ending to a relationship this week, and you have been 111 on the timer, so you could be saying that number, and you have been racking your brain trying to figure out what you could have did, what you could have said that was differently, maybe the outcome would have been differently. Like these are the thoughts that I'm getting from whoever you are. You just keep racking your brain trying to figure out what you could have done differently, when the truth of the matter is it was time for that relationship to end. The reason why it was time for that relationship to end is because there has been a specific person that you require to come into your life. 144 on the timer. So you could be a chosen one of them speaking to you. You don't have to be. But you could be seeing that angel numbers to take what resonates. Either way, I feel like whoever this was that you disconnected from, it was time. And as I stated in part 3, you might have found yourself now. Again, you could be male or female. I'm not, speaking to a specific gender here. This could literally apply to any one of you. 211 on the timer. You could have found yourself trying to hold on to this person. You could have found yourself trying to constantly beat, like overextend. 223 on the timer. So it could be significant. There's also something here about whenever this person was in the wrong, 234 on the timer, they would deflate. They would kind of, put it all back on you, make you feel like you were absolutely bonkers, or make you. They did a lot of, I would say yes, a lot of deflating, but they did a lot of reverse psychology. They did a lot of like, I'm not going to stand in the heat because I know I'm wrong, or I'm not going to take accountability because consciously I know I'm wrong, but I'm going to place it back on you. 311 on the timer, and you could carry it. You can. This is your fault. This is not my fault. And I probably wouldn't have did XYZ if you weren't complaining so much. So you could have been dealing with a person like that. This person, I feel, definitely lacked accountability. Whenever there was a disagreement, it would kind of turn into a full-blown argument. Whoever this was, they were very toxic. Um, Again, this was a situation you were really trying to hold on to, because in your mind, in your emotions, like you had true feelings for this person. I feel like your heart was with this person. I feel like when it was time for this person to give the same energy, or at least meet you halfway. 411 on the timer, they couldn't do it. Meeting you halfway was asking for too much. And I don't feel like, how the hell is my left eye getting worried? Like, bro, I got to have some sort of allergy. Like, this is nuts. Anyway, now I'm sniffling again. Yay. Um, so you could have just found yourself trying to 444 on the timer, trying to hold on to a person that I also feel another part of you definitely, you definitely could feel that it was time to go, or that you should have been let this person go. You were just kind of stalling it because maybe out of fear, fear of change, whatever you resonate with, take what resonates. But, or it could have been because this person is familiar. It could have been because they give great sex. I don't know. Maybe you were addicted to how they put it down. I don't, whatever the situation was as to why you kept holding on to this person, there is a specific person with a specific, this person has certain characteristics, certain qualities that you want. This could either be a person of your desire, of your dreams, that you've always dreamt of being with, but maybe you haven't manifested this person. Or some of you could have very well been trying to manifest this person. Or maybe you thought this person you recently broke up with was supposed to fit that bill. I just seen 555 on the timer. Either way, whoever this was that you broke up with, they don't fit the bill in terms of energy. We're not factoring in terms of like how this person looks, because this has really nothing to do with how they look. They don't align with who you're meant to be with. They don't fit the bill in general. So therefore, in essence, it was time for them to go. There was specific things you were supposed to learn off of each other. And I feel like for the most part, because you've taken time away from this person since the breakup, you have learned this lesson. This person, I can't really say they've learned the lesson. Because what I honestly get from this person is after you, they finna hop to the next person and the next person. And it's going to be a continuous cycle as it was before they even found you. But that's between them and God. That ain't got nothing to do with you. But you served your purpose in this person's life, and they served their purpose in yours. And sometimes when it is time for that door to be closed, 7-Eleven on a timer, it's very hard for us, especially if your emotions are involved. It's very hard for us to, or you can find yourself having to make this difficult decision to depart from this person. And because they are familiar, and because you want this situation with them to work out so bad, you tend to go against what you know should be the right thing to do. You tend to go against honoring yourself in a situation, your self-respect, and you'll go against that because you want it to work so bad with this person, because maybe you're madly in love with this person. Like, just, emotions can be a motherfucker. I'm not even gonna fucking hold you. I've been there. We've all have been there at some point. I feel like your spiritual advice here, whoever you are, male, female, put yourself where you fit. Because this person did not align with you, 818 on the timer, it was time for them to go. God knew you wasn't necessarily going to leave them per se. So he created I feel there either a situation arose that you found out about, or you had just decided you had enough and you were tired of the repetitive bullshit with this person, and you felt like you were not getting anywhere with this person. You felt unfulfilled. So the universe, God, is asking you now to be a little bit more patient. Take this next stage in your life and focus solely on you. Put all that love, all that effort back into you. When you shift the dynamic back to you, when you shift all that energy that you was putting into that other person back into you, and without you understanding it, now you're attracting the person that you want. So in essence, the universe and God will send you that person that you want when you start to put you first. Because somewhere down the line, many of you I'm picking up, you forgot what that actually meant, to put you first. And you kept putting this other person first that you were dealing with. So that is your spiritual advice. Shift the dynamic back onto you, and the person that you desire will come into your 3D reality. I hope this message helped. Sorry about the part ones and the part fours and the hundreds. But if it resonated, make sure